Hello, boys and girls. Today we are on lesson 11.8, Area of Combined Rectangles, and that's page number 669. So let's get right into it with these area of combined rectangles. How can you break apart a figure to find the area? So we'll come across figures that aren't rectangles, but we can divide them up into individual rectangles and then find the area. So let's take a look how we do that. Unlock the problem. Anna's rug has side lengths of 4 feet and 9 feet. What is the area of Anna's rug? So one strategy we can use here is to use square tiles to model a 4 by 9. So I'm going to draw that 4 by 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I have to go across 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, now finish up my rectangle here. Okay, so this side is 4, and that side is 9. Let's take a look at our little sticky note here. It says you can use the distributive property, which we haven't talked about, but we will, to break apart an array. And what we had here was a 3 by 3 array, and they broke it up into 2 smaller arrays. They made 3 rows of 2 and 3 rows of 1. So they made 2 smaller arrays out of the big one. And that's kind of the strategy we'll use today. We'll break apart rectangles or different shapes and find areas of 2 parts and add them together. So step 3 says, draw a vertical line, vertical lines go up and down, to break apart the model to make 2 smaller rectangles. Okay, so I'm going to draw my vertical line, and I think I'll draw it right here. Doesn't really matter where, just make sure we have a vertical line. So that's where I'm drawing mine. Now, step 4, it says the side length 9 is broken into blank plus blank. So now, if I count these up, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So side lengths of, sorry about that. Side lengths of 4 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Side lengths of 4 plus 5. There we go. So step 4, find the area of each of the 2 smaller rectangles. So smaller rectangle 1, let's call this one number 1, and we'll call this one number 2. All right. So still has a length of 4, but now I have a width of 4. So for rectangle 1, that's 4 times 4. 4 groups of 4 is 16. But again, as we keep talking, if you don't know that multiplication fact, you need to draw 4 groups of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now I can count up all the tally marks or skip count by 4. 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 4 is 12, plus 4 is 16. The other rectangle has a height of 4, and as we talked about, it has a width of 5. So the area of that rectangle is 4 groups of 5. And again, I could do that same thing. I'm going to take the groups already made and add a 5th to each one. Now I have 4 groups of 5, and I can count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20. 4 times 5 is 20. Step 5, add the products to find the total area. So I take the area of rectangle 1, which is 16, plus the area of rectangle 2, which is 20, and I add those up. 20 plus 16. 6 plus 0 ones is 6 ones. 2 tens plus 1 10, 3 tens, 36. So the area of the whole rectangle is 36 square feet. check your answer by counting the number of square feet. So we can come up here, we can count all those little squares. First of all, I'm going to do some erasing. Try not to erase everything. Okay, now we can count up all these squares and see what we get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. So it is 36. 36 square feet. So the area of Anna's rug is 36 square feet. Let's check out the next page. This is where it'll get a little more challenging because now we have shapes that don't look like rectangles. But we can use the distributive property, okay, and that's what I talked about where we can break it into two smaller sections. And you found that you could break apart a rectangle into smaller rectangles, right? I just mentioned that. And add the area of each smaller rectangle to find the total area. So here we have a shape, definitely not a rectangle, but as we can see underneath that, we have two different ways we can divide that up and make rectangles. So here, in the one way, they chose to use a horizontal line. Horizontal lines go sideways. So we have rectangle 1 and rectangle 2 here. Rectangle 1, if we count it up, it is 3, length of 3 and a width of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A width of 7. So to find the area of that, it is 3 times 7. 3 groups of 7. Again, if you don't know that multiplication fact, we draw 3 groups of 7. And I'll make 5, 6, 7. A group of 5, 6, 7. A group of 5, 6, 7. Now I can count up the groups of 5. There's 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So 3 times 7, 3 groups of 7 is 21. Area of rectangle 2, it has a length of 3 and a width of 3. So that is 3 times 3. 3 groups of 3. I'm going to put this in yellow here so we don't get totally confused. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Count them all up, and I have a total of 9 there. Step 2, add the products to find the total area. So I take 21 plus 9. 21 plus 9, and I can write that over here. 21 plus 9. 1 plus 9 is 10. There we go. 1 plus 9 is 10. Add up my tens, and I get 3 tens. 21 plus 9 equals 30. 30 square units, so the area is 30 square units. Very similar on this way, on another way, but they use a vertical line instead. So the width is 3, the length is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So rectangle 1 is 3 by 6, 3 groups of 6. If you don't know that, draw your groups, right? 3 groups of 6, 3 times 6 is 18. And rectangle 2 has a width of 4 and a length of 3. So 3 times 4, 3 groups of 4. Count by 4 3 times, or you can count by 3 4 times. They all equal 12. Same thing, we need to add up the areas of the two smaller rectangles. 18 plus 12. And I'll do that here on the side. 18 plus 12. 8 plus 2 is 10. Add up my tens now. I have 3 of those, and that is 30 square units. Same answer we got in the first section. All right, share and show. This is, we have 1 on this page and 2 on the next page. So you have 1 and 2 and 3 to do. Go ahead and do them in your books. Pause the video while you do them, and then when you're done, resume the video to check your work. Here we go, share and show. Draw a line to break apart the figure into rectangles. Find the total area of the figure. Think, I can draw vertical or horizontal lines to break apart the figure to make rectangles. So I'm going to draw my line right here, a horizontal line. And rectangle 1 has a width of 3 and a length of 2. So that's going to be 3 times 2. That equals 6. Now the way you broke it up may be slightly different, but you do need to make sure you have 2 rectangles here, right? Okay, and then my other rectangle has a length of 2 and a width of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that one that I have is 2 times 7. 2 groups of 7, 14. Now I add up these 2 smaller areas, 6 plus 14, and I'll just show my work here on the side, 14 plus 6. 4 plus 6 is 10. Add up my tens column, I have 2 of those, so my area is 20. That's a 0, by the way. There we go. 20 square units on my area for number 1. Let's take a look at 2 and 3. Use the distributive property to find the area. Show your multiplication and addition equations. So make sure you show your work here. Now here we just have rectangles, so you can divide these up kind of in a lot of different ways. I'm going to divide this one horizontally, and both of my rectangles will now be the same. So they both have a height of 2 or a length of 2, and they both have a width of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I have 2 times 7 for one of my 2 rectangles. That equals 14. And the other one is also 2 times 7. That equals 14. Now I have to add those 2 products up. 14 plus 14 is 28. Well, need a plus sign. There we go. So the area of that one is 28 square units. And I'll do the other one. Let's do this one vertically. I'm going to divide it differently for us this time. And I think I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So draw my line here. So this first one has a length of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Has a width of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that rectangle, to find the area, is 5 times 5 equals 25. And then my other rectangle has a width of 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to write that up here though. And it still has a length of 5. So the area of that rectangle is 4 times 5. 4 groups of 5 equals 20. And then I have to add up those 2 areas. 25 plus 20 is 45. So I showed my multiplication equations and I showed my addition equations. The area of that one, what did I say? 45 square units. Okay. The rest of the activities are the same. We'll talk in class about the type of assignment today, whether it's in the book or HMH assignment. As always, do your best. This is Mr. P, and I am out.